So a little while back I did that B-movie blowout where I snagged all of that Fred Olen Ray, Don Dohler, and H.G. Lewis shit, and at the end of that I showed you guys a super janky copy of the Trancers Definitive Collection that I picked up and unfortunately just showed up in despicable condition. It is going to be a fun project refurbishing that, and I'm quite confident that I can bring it back to its former glory, maybe a little bit better. But because there was a sale going on, I decided I was going to double dip on the Trancers franchise and go ahead and just get the single editions of them. Now this is something I'm probably going to end up doing with Puppet Master as well, where I just try to collect the movies on every format that they've ever been released on. So there are probably going to be some laser discs showed off here in the near future. I'll try to piece that shit together in between Full Moon Direct orders, because I'd rather support the company as much as possible. Several of these, portions of this I can do directly through them, because they still have the DVDs and the Blu-rays available for stuff. But with the VHS and the Laserdisc, I'm going to have to go outside of the website. That's just the reality of it. In any case, Trancers. Tim Thomerson is a fucking legend. You guys already know how I feel about him. We got Trancers 1 there. We got Trancers 2, Return of Jack Death. This item's actually something unique to this, and I couldn't have gotten any other way because it was not included in the fucking definitive collection for whatever reason. Don't think it even was, found and released yet at that point. But that is the lost sequel, Trancers, City of Lost Angels. This was shot, I believe, in 1987, probably, for release in 1988 as part of an anthology film called Pulse Pounders that Empire was trying to put together. There was also a sequel for the Dungeon Masters and something else, all of which were shot, but the negative was eventually lost. In 2013, decades later, they were able to, piece back together the movie, which is a short film, it's part of an anthology, so it's 30 minutes long, from VHS dailies and I guess bits of the negative maybe, or trailers that they found that were transferred from it. They put it back together piece by piece and turned it into a watchable short film. And it's pretty fucking rad. Jack Death defeats the main bad guy at the end with his fucking hair gel. Remember kids, dry hair is for squids. Absolute goddamn legend. So that was pretty cool, and definitely cool to have alongside the single editions to make my Trancer collection more complete. When I eventually have that definitive collection sorted out, it will look nice next to all of this stuff. We got Trancers 3 Death Lives here. And I plan on going ahead and getting the Squid Pack, which is the first Trancers trilogy, 1 through 3, on Blu-ray. And then I want to get them individually as well as Laserdisc and VHS, if they have those available. Because I know a lot of the Full Moon stuff came out on Laserdisc as well, and they look pretty fucking sweet. Anyways, there's that Trancers 5 Sudden Death. So, at less than $4 a piece, couldn't pass them up. Super happy to have them in the collection. For those of you guys not familiar with what Trancers is, it's basically one part Back to the Future, one part Blade Runner, one part fucking Dirty Harry. Jack Death is this time cop, essentially, that flits around through time, going up and down the line, as they call it, to different eras, and fighting these, mind-controlled zombie-like people called Trancers. That's all I can really tell you on it without sort of spoiling some of the finer details. You guys are going to go ahead and check out the trailer for Trancers 1. And then we'll see you back here with another fat franchise for you fine folks to put your peepers on,
She killed 13 prisoners and injured 2 guards.
Remember me, your old pal McNulty?
She said 2 words in 5 years. Jack Death.
She's after Jack Death. There's only one place to look.
Where's that?
Los Angeles, 1988.
I put her away once, I can do it again.
A mailman, a little old lady, a guy selling you newspapers. She could be anyone you meet.
Now, can you please take that thing out of my face?
Sorry, pal, we're just a little jumpy around here.
So our next item, while being one that I knew I wanted from the get-go when starting this Full Moon endeavor, is kind of a perfect example of what I was talking about at the beginning of this, where you should probably get the stuff that you don't want to pay full price for during sales, I was much happier with this item at $30 than I would have been with it at $60. And that's not to say that there maybe isn't $60 worth of enjoyment in there. but I wasn't willing to pay top dollar for the type of movies that these are, fun as they may be. And that's the entire Evil Bong franchise conveniently contained within this super sexy box set. Now, it didn't show up without its blemishes. It's got a pretty significant ding on the back corner there. But you know what? At least it's on the back corner. It's pretty much not going to sit where that's visible on the shelf anyways. And for 30 bucks, and as timely a fashion as it showed up in, I cannot complain at all. That stuff aside though, artwork and packaging wise, it's a beautiful set as you can see. You know, they didn't skimp on that. And the slipcover did its job because all of the movies contained within showed up in pristine condition. You know, that's what it's there for. It's not just an aesthetic thing. It is supposed to protect the movies. So good on you, cardboard. I'm proud of you. In any case, of course, we have, you know, the first Evil Bong. This is the only one in the series I've seen, and it is a really fun movie. Evil Bong and Ginger Dead Man I have a sordid history with, because I used to fucking think just the idea of them was reprehensible. I loved Full Moon so much, and to see them sink to this just made me cringe as a young teenage fanboy, you know? I just couldn't fathom how they went from being the Full Moon we all know and love to sort of second-rate trauma. In hindsight, and upon revisiting this one recently, as well as the first Ginger Dead Man, they're a lot of fun, you know? Yeah, they're shitty compared to the classic era stuff, but they're still fun. You know, B-movies are B-movies, man. If they can make a fun B-movie still, I'm about it. No, I'm not gonna take, like, the fucking executive producer credit on Gingerweed Man instead of the 12 Blu-ray Puppet Master set. That would be stupid. I don't want my name on that. You want to offer that for Subspecies 5, I'm down. Point being, this shit made me look down on Full Moon for a brief period, but I'm glad that I've gotten over that, and we're in the position to do something to appreciate these movies the way they should have been appreciated by me at the time. Got Evil Bong 2 there, King Bong. We got Evil Bong 3, The Wrath of Bong. That fucking bong looks dope. I don't care what anyone says, like I want an actual workable replica of that. We got Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. He's been mentioned a couple of times already right now, and it won't be the last. There's more of him to come. We got Evil Bong 420. Evil Bong High Five. That might have been the corniest thing I've ever done in a fucking video. Evil Bong 666. And honestly, I thought this was like Evil Bong 777, aka Evil Bong. They fucking fully ran out of ideas until I noticed the Vegas theme and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be like the 777 that show up on those old school slot machines. They all look like a lot of fun. I have watched the trailers for all of the movies at this point because I had to archive them for later review purposes. But it does look like they keep a consistent level of like goofy, stupid fun going through the series, which seems to basically be the point. And I'm good with that, you know? Sometimes you need a series like that to just kick back and relax to and have like mindless fun. Looking forward to going through the rest of them. Septum Sin from Septum Sin vs. the World recommends being, you know, generously inebriated during the final like 4 movies in the series or whatever, 5 movies. So I plan on following that advice. I know later on they start doing like some Clutch Cargo shit with fucking Ginger Dead Man's mouth, and so I'm looking forward to being super stoned and laughing at that. Probably going to buy a bunch of edibles for this journey. And, you know, we'll review it down the road. It'll probably be an entire fucking phase or wave of its own, you know? I don't really want to space them out with the franchises, so we'll do individual movies in little 6-pack waves. And then when we get to franchises, I'm just going to try to bang through them, you know? In any case, check out this Evil Bong trailer, and we'll see you guys back in a minute with our smaller series swoops. Cheers once again. You know, what's this, 3rd round now? I don't know, fuck it. We're in the home stretch, baby.
In a flophouse, 3 stoners are looking for the ultimate high.
Large bong for sale. Recently deceased owner claims it was possessed. Because if there's one thing this pad is lacking,
it's a killer fucking bong, man.
What they found is something sinister.
It's the item you've been waiting for. Does my bong look different?
It's the bong, man. It's evil. One one hit, and she gives you your dreams.
Do you know where we are?
But in this world, you get high, you die.
I come to take you out, bitch.
Only one thing is for certain. She'll give you the munchies. This summer, let's get baked. Evil Bong. Dude, it's one scary trip.
Monkey.